Hey everyone, this is Audrey with Rowdy Girls Outfitters, and we're here at Volusia Speedway in Barberville with Jamie Hughes. We met Jamie a couple weeks ago and realized that she races cars, and that's one of the things that Rowdy Girls Outfitters is. We want all you girls to go after your dreams and passions, and so that's exactly what Jamie's doing, and we decided to come up here to the Volusia Speedway and interview Jamie. And so we're going to go ahead and ask Jamie a few questions. And Jamie, how you doing?
Good.
Okay. First question that I want to ask you is, what is your definition of a rowdy girl?
I think the definition of a rowdy girl is if you put your mind to it and try and fulfill your dream and do whatever you want, no matter what it is or what you're going to go through to get to there, you still do it and get it done.
Okay. Good answer. Okay. Second question that I have is going to be, have you always been a rowdy girl?
Yeah, I think I've always been a rowdy girl because, I mean, no matter what, I scraped change to come to the racetrack. I've done everything to get here. I've done everything to, like, called a taxi to get to the racetrack because I wanted to go to the racetrack. So, I mean, I've always put my mind to something and got it done.
Now, before the interview, you told me how old you were when you first came to the racetrack. Mm-hmm. How old were you?
I was 3 weeks old.
3 weeks old. And was it this racetrack?
Yes, it was this racetrack in turn 2.
Wow. So you've been born and raised basically at the racetracks?
Yes.
Okay. Is your dad race car driving? Is your grandpa? Have you always been around racing?
My grandpa was back in his younger days before he had 7 kids. And my dad has been around racing since, well, his whole life, but he started racing when he was 29. That's why his number's 29. And he's only took 1 year off since. So, yeah, he's been racing about 23 years.
Did you have anybody, though, that told you, you can't do this? You're not able to, or you can't, did you have anybody tell you that?
My dad told me I wasn't doing it until he was dead. I was not racing no matter what. But I talked him into, Daddy, this would be the 3rd generation and you have no boys, so I'm doing it. And then Grandpa was like, I'm not going to build you a race car. I had to beg for that one. And then the racetrack kept changing the age. You had to be 12, you had to be 15, you had to be 16, you had to be 20, and then they moved it back to 16. And I was in there. I was here. I got my car ready in 2 weeks. Still not all the way done, still a regular car kind of, but it's done and we're out here racing. So.
Okay, something that you just said, at 12 years old, you actually can have 12-year-olds racing around the track?
Actually, back then we did, and then I had like 6 months to go. I was so happy. I was counting down, ready for the race car, and they changed it again. And then last year we had a 13-year-old out here racing one of the sportsmen's, so that's like the highest class that you can do out here, and he was actually really good. I guess his dad just had the money and was willing to put him into the car. And
Are you as rowdy as the guys that are out there when you're on the track?
On the track, not so much, because they've been doing this longer than me, so they're kind of more excited and know what to do. But off the track, I'm more excited than anybody, especially when somebody I know is out there racing.
What do you like best about racing cars?
I like the speed and the adrenaline of it because I don't know, I like to do things that are different, and I've always liked to go fast. I never like to sit still. I can have the worst week ever and get out here and just go, and I mean, I don't think about nothing. It just erases everything. So it's more of like a stress relief thing, and just the whole getting dirty and the mudslinging and getting sideways.
And spinning out?
Yeah, spinning out is fun. I did it once, and it was kind of an accident. Had to stop too fast and just kind of spun a little bit. But it was scary at first. It was fun, and then the week after, I had to do it again. I mean, I did it for no reason. It was a caution. Just, wanted to do it again.
I bet you that's great experience that out on the road, if you ever had, if you had a spin out on the road, I guarantee you would be able to recover from it.
Probably.
A lot of other people probably would. What kind of advice would you give any young female, even older female? Because I think, at any age, whatever you want to do, I personally think that you can achieve your dream. But if anybody was to come up to you and say, Jamie, I really want to start racing, what would be some advice that you would give to?
Just stick your mind to it, and no matter what, just try and get it done, no matter what it takes. Just, if you have to ask people for money or get donations or whatever to do what you want, just go and do it, because you're eventually going to get there, and you're either going to fulfill your dream and be good at it, or you're going to get better and better as you go.
Okay. So would you say maybe persistence?
Yes.
Would be kind of like the
just keep going, trying, and eventually you'll get there.
Yeah. In going forward, I want to hear some of your goals for the future.
In 5 years from now, hopefully I'm in a Sportsman, maybe a late model, which are one of the bigger cars that go faster. Costs a lot of money, and just being up there, because in those classes there is no girls. Out here there's never really been any girls. Like last week we had a powder puff and nobody signed up to do for late models. So I'm hoping that I can just in a couple years get up there and just go with it and show all them guys how to do it.
Nice, I like it. So thank you. I want to thank you so much for coming out and doing this interview with us and being our first featured Rowdy Girl. And I want to just welcome all of you to come down to the Volusia Speedway. We're getting ready to watch the races and watch Jamie race. And there's a lot of excitement in the air here. So we invite you to come down and enjoy some racing every Saturday night here at Volusia Speedway at 7 o'clock. This is Rowdy Audrey signing out.